Hello, good people. How are we doing? Great to see your faces on here. Glad to see the different people that are on here. So, hey, Mr. Thomas is, I don't know where he is actually, honestly, but I'm gonna say we're giving him some kind of R&R, a break. He is on here through day in, day out with us, and sometimes even more. So this is our time to kind of give him a break. And yeah, I appreciate everything he does, setting up this platform for us, this training ground, this uplifting, this community of people that are can be really pretty much globally, and it's all because of his influence and what he does here. And so I'm grateful for that. For those that don't know me, my name is Harrison Mills here in Fresno, California. And if I can do just a little bit, just to improve just a scotch, a little bit, a taste, if I can do that, then my job is done. That's the way I look at it. Okay. So yes. Who is it? Evans is going to be on Monday. Am I right about that? Okay, Curtis Evans. Okay, I didn't see a flyer or anything out for him, but you'll see him Monday coming through on the place. I hope everyone had a great week of just the speakers. We have some new speakers that are coming through here, so it's great just to have this whole platform with us. I am going to do something different. I'm going to do the same thing, basic in some sense of the word. Mr. Thomas usually opens up the floor on a Saturday and probe some questions with it. And I'm going to do something in a different way, but in the same way. Okay. So, which means I'm going to need your participation in this part over here. And if you can do me a favor, for those that can, if you're driving, if you're walking, or whatever you're doing, if you can grab a pen and a piece of paper, honestly, not just for notes, but for what you're about to see, because I really would like your insight on this. And it's going to go probably it's going to go quick. So once you know it, you see it and go through it. I might show it twice as to say, well, we'll go through it. But there's a video. There's actually a commercial that you probably know of, and I've probably seen. It's an older one. It's not too old, but it's old enough. With it, the kid has on a car seat. I'll put it that way. So it's not that old. Um, and it's one of my favorites. And I'm going to share it and just kind of pull from what kind of things that we can from the platform of what we do in our market. Can we do that? So I would call it a method of enrollment is what I'm going to call this. It is a method of enrollment, and it is a Mickey D's commercial. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, you let me know when you're ready with this. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to just get some insight. You pull what you see that you feel exactly what we do as far as activities, what we do as a community, what we do on a one-on-one, all the things that we do and we gather with it. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go.
Hello, excuse me, I'd like an egg McMuffin.
Hello?
I said an egg McMuffin and a large cup of coffee.
Can you just say that one more time, please? Sir, did you say an egg McMuffin and a large coffee?
With cream and sugar, please. How much?
Love it. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna show it. Can I share it one more time? Okay, I'm gonna share it one more time. And just once again, now that you got a little taste of what it looks like, okay, pull what you feel that you see of what exactly what we do here in this arena. Can we do that once again? Here we go. Here we go.
Hello, Excuse me, I'd like an Egg McMuffin and
Hello?
I said an Egg McMuffin and a large cup of coffee.
Can you just say that one more time, please? Sir, did you say an egg McMuffin and a large coffee?
With cream and sugar, please. How much?
I absolutely love it. We have a couple more people that joined in with us, and yeah, I would love to show it again. But I'm just gonna just start in with us with this. You give me, I'm gonna share some things myself, but I just want to hear from you what kind of things that you saw that we can definitely apply what we do here. Give us your name and then go from there.
Hi, this is Kush.
Hello,
And
Kush.
Toronto, hi. I saw persistence.
Mm.
I also saw, like, just like you said, enrollment. You know,
Enrollment.
yeah.
Enrollment. Love it. Love it. Yes. Persistence. Absolutely. Um, on which end can I ask? Where do you see persistence?
Well, he just went round and round, making sure that he got what he wanted. Okay, he placed his order, he put it in, and the intention also was to keep the baby asleep.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So he did it. What he did was uh, he enrolled the cashier with his persistence.
Yes.
Okay, and because he kept going back and kept going back, she finally caught on what he was about.
Yes.
So how this applies to our ACN business, there are going to be people that we're going to keep trying to recruit. They won't say yes right away. They won't say, we keep coming back. Eventually, resistance is futile.
Right. Love it. Love it. Thank you for sharing.
Focus. He was very focused on what he needed.
Focused. Yeah, absolutely. And with, hey, and sometimes that's the battle, the focus. So yes, consistency, focus, enrollment.
The cashier was thinking outside of the box when she spotted the kid.
Yes.
And when he asked how much, she passed the message to a coworker who jumped. So he got what he needed.
Which is just crazy. Just crazy. I got some things to say about that too.
So he's building a team, you see?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And Mr. Harrison, he was determined.
Determined. I mean, he was determined. Isn't that crazy? Wow. Crazy. Determined, consistency, the focus of it all, the enrollment of just the whole bit. So we're gonna just stop right there. So basically, as we can see, for those that just joined us, a father drives through Mickey D's McDonald's, for those, whispering his order repeatedly. Repeatedly, okay? He looks crazy. He looks a little crazy. Like, what is going on? He's trying not to wake his sleeping baby. The cashier realizes why he's whispering, gets creative, enrolls her coworker to help complete the order. Okay, so pretty much what I love about this is a lot of times that I'm missing. This is once again, this is me speaking to myself along with you. This is just one of my favorite commercials, and it gets me going. And sometimes I forget the empathy. You know, I want to get so much of what I want, what I need, and how to do this. I know the system well that I forget to bring in heart, empathy. And so this is where empathy and teamwork create connection. Okay. So that's our first thing that we're going to go through. I'm going to go through 6 things that we see and how we can really apply a lot of these things. And number 4 for me is where I'm working. I'm working at. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen once again. And then we'll see the commercial once again after we talk a little bit more about it. Cool? Okay. So the first number 1 thing, I already kind of gave you that. Lead with empathy. Okay. So I'm going to give you the scene, the lesson with it, and then just the ACN tool. Can I do that? Is that cool? Okay. So the cashier notices why the customer is whispering. Finally, mind you, he went around, because I've seen this commercial several, he went around 5 times, and she finally caught on the second to third time. Okay. And the lesson here is listen before you pitch. Listen before you pitch. So to find the reason behind the request. Why is this man circling around my place the whole time? She just listened. She's listened before she even said, how can I help you? This, that. So I'm going to go from the cashier's perspective versus his perspective. I want to look at him as the customer. These are our customers. These are the people that we want. We're going to be the cashier. Okay. That's who we are. So she listens from that part. Then the ACN tool is what I say is using active listening prompts. Active listening prompts. Identify. I guess I'm saying this way. Mr. Thomas always says the very best skill, very best first skill that you should have is what? Listening, right? And so that's what she did. She was an active listener. What are those prompts? What is going around? What is it? What is this person now? This person might look crazy to us, but if we listen, they might just tell us exactly what's going on. Okay. Identifying emotional drivers can help us out with that just by doing that. So, what comfort, the security, time freedom, those different things. What kind of emotional drivers? What is it that's driving you? What's making this man drive around in circles like crazy? And finally, she notices his why. She notices what's driving him. So people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. She did that just from listening. Okay. Here we go. Number 2, enrollment, not persuasion. Which is really this is really good for me. Okay. I'm not saying I want to persuade you, but sometimes we can talk a person out of something so much, and what they say, you can say the right thing, you can't say the right thing, and you can't say the wrong thing, you know with that, you just never know who it is you're talking to. So in this portion of this, the cashier becomes emotionally invested in the father's goal once she sees the reason why. And that's what I guess, as far as from the cashier's standpoint of who we are we emotionally invested in the people that we are gathering, or is it that I just want you on my team? I'm a numbers person. I'm looking at numbers, so on and so forth. But for a minute, I need to pause and see, what is it that you need? Why would I want you on this team? What would you get from this team? Emotionally, what is it? So we start to ask those questions. What matters most to you right now? And for some people, it was the baby. The man just wanted to keep his child asleep, you know? and and I think the other reason why it resonates to me, because I was in this same space 3 to 4 years ago. Same space. Sometimes the drive is what gets the baby to sleep. Let's do it. So it just was hilarious to me. So aligning our mission with their motivation, aligning what our mission is with their motivation is what the main thing with that. That's how we can enroll instead of persuading someone. Number 3, team leverage and duplication. Now, who was that said that got the lady jumping over the counter, things like that. So the cashier enlists her coworker to post the price. And she was so enthused to do it after she figured out what was going on. This woman I'm going to hurdle a counter to make sure he can see this price on the window. That enthusiastic about it, just to show you the power of what your why can do once we see what it is, once everyone is enrolled with it. So, hey, that's great marketing. Multiplies through teamwork and shared purpose. I believe that's what kind of Mr. Thomas does that same thing. He is probably the marketer of marketers, and just from his convictions and his passions for people, he's able to multiply. He's able to create teamwork and a shared purpose that we all have. So the tool would be to encourage duplication. Encourage duplications. Train one person to train the other, train another through there, which builds support systems. And that's what we're about, support systems. Cool. Can I move on? Okay, here's this is my favorite one. And that I'm working on when I say that. Communication beyond words. So sometimes, hey, the best thing, the moneymaker pretty much is your communication. How can you communicate well? you know? And so the scene in this part for me is the exchange happens mostly without speaking. If you didn't notice that, we mostly listened to music. It was about the last thing was said was how much. And through the rest of that, it was all exchange. That was the communication. And honestly, it's saying it's not really about just my words, it's about my presence. The lesson is, what is my presence when I walk in a room? Um, not just presence, but my patience. Do I have patience to actually listen, watch, and see what's going on? The third thing on there is my tone. my tone. Sometimes I'm too excited. I can be too excited when actually it's coming into a comfortable room where it actually just needs ease. So can you read a room well? I guess that's the question, your tone. Can you read the room well? Because it's more than words. Your presence and how you come in, the way we dress, as Mr. Thomas says, sometimes it's in how you smell or what does your breath smell like? You know, those things matter, believe it or not. so just the presence of it all. In this case, it was really just the uniform. You know, I see a father. It was the role that he was playing, the father and the baby, and that was the presence he brought across. So I guess my tool for me is what I'm going to start learning is quiet sharing. Practice quiet sharing along with it. Sometimes it's a nod. Mr. Thomas does that very well. Do you understand me? And he just shakes his head, and everyone right along with him shakes their head. you know, so quiet sharing. Not really speaking much, but just in how you use your words, your hand movement. Let empathy speak louder than pitch, is what I'm saying. Simplify my message to connect instantly with that. Okay, so one I'm learning on. Number five. Number five is purpose-driven follow-through. The why. the why of it all. This scene is where the baby is peacefully sleeping and the father's motivation in this part. And who can, anyone that does not, is not inspired by seeing a baby, something's wrong with you. you know, you see the baby, it's like, you want to do everything to help this father get this done. I want to see if I see a mother, you know, struggling, let's see what I can do. Even if you hear the baby crying in the middle, everyone turns around and say, settle the baby down. What does the baby need? Everyone does that. And so now everyone's already enrolled into your why, the investment of that whole thing. Sometimes I would do this just so I can get people to talk with me. I would take my daughter in a stroller in the park, and all I did was walk. And everyone's just like, oh, they didn't even see me. They see her, oh, look at her, this, that, oh, this shit. And really all it was just a conversation starter. you know, think of Mr. Payon. He takes his dog and he just takes for the walk, and people adore dogs, especially in California. We are dog lovers. That's all you have to do. Take that little pooch and put it right under your shoulders, and it's like, oh, it's over, you know. So yeah, those are beautiful things along with it. Just being able to see someone's why. The strongest marketer leads with their why. What is your why? Do you have a strong one? And so this is the question in focus with this commercial. Identify your personal baby in the back seat. What is your baby in the back seat? What is your why? And through that, also, believe it or not, how we enroll with people, learning this also with our social media, using our AI platform that we have, we're able to create and put basically some personal spin on what we're doing. You can create short stories. You can post highlightings of your purpose, of your why through it. And AI helps us with that now that we have that app. It helps us to be able to share some of what our why is along with it. So hopefully you're using that wisely. And then the last one here for me is process as a parable. So what am I meaning this? Is this. So the scene is the father keeps circling and circling and circling 5 times through the drive-through. As we were saying, committed and consistently. This man, either he was super hungry or he really just needed a coffee to keep this car going. I don't know what it is, but now we want to keep this baby quiet too. So if we need to feed this man, so be it. You know, let's go ahead and feed him so he can keep this baby quiet. So here's the thing, I guess, the visualize your own drive-through cycle. Okay, visualize your own drive-through cycle. If you kept on going committed consistently, going through the same person, the follow-up, going through that, how are you connecting? How are you listening? How are you enrolling? How are you supporting? And then lastly, how are you delivering? What is your message, your presence along with it? So beautiful. So once again, number one, lead with empathy. That's something I'm putting in my language along with numbers and systems along with it. Enrollment, not persuasion. Team leverage and duplication, learning those different things of how we enroll with it. Sometimes just by seeing the why alone, we get it. Excuse me, number two with enrollment is basically we're seeing what his why is. We see who he is from the cashier standpoint, and now we know better how to enroll you in it. Now that we're enrolled, now we can enroll you to the point where their last words to us is this. Now that you know that we're enrolled and what your why is, your last words to us is how much. You don't even care what the product is. It's how much. Number four, communication beyond words, your presence, your stance. How do you come across to people? Your countenance. How does that look like on your face? Number five, purpose driven follow through. Your why. What is your why? What is your baby in the back seat? And then process as a parable, meaning connect, listen, enroll, support, deliver, all those different things on there. Okay. So, some key takeaways that we're going to take from there. Is everyone done with that? I hope so. So, just left it. So, the takeaway in here is in that commercial, nobody sold anything. Did you notice that? No one sold anything. But this is the industry we're in, right? They did this, they served, they adapted and connected. That is the industry we're in. We're not in the selling industry. We're in the connecting. We're in the empathy part of everything. Enrollment happens when empathy meets consistency. The mission, lead with empathy, enroll with purpose, and duplicate with heart. Okay. Almost done. Okay, so 3 questions I got for you. First question, who is my baby in the back seat? Your personal why. What is my personal why? Right? Just asking that question. If you know what that is and you have it defined out, we kind of go through that a lot. But I will say this: your why changes over time. It's not always the same thing. In different seasons, different circumstances, your why changes. So it might just be that. It could be that I need to just write down my numbers so I know how to get to my goal. That is my why. You know. So just think of those things. Number two, how can I better listen before presenting? Sometimes I just want to go through those boxes so quickly because that's the thing, let's go belly to belly. So I can say, boom, another one. Boom. And all I need to do is present. Whether you enroll or not, long as you heard what I had to say. But sometimes I need to pause and listen. You might not be the right person. You might not be the person I'm looking for, actually. But I'm so busy, so focused on my goal, that I just want you to hear me and go through you. Not that I want you, I want to go through who do you know? Those type of deals. But sometimes it takes a part just to just have a cup of coffee and listen for a second. And then lastly, who on my team can I enroll in my next big goal? What next big goal do you have? Is it gathering 2 more team members? Or is it, I don't know, maybe getting 30 points? Getting 30 points. What does that look like for you before the end of the fourth quarter? Those different things. Whatever that why might be for you. It could be actually, making your a bigger why. Maybe our goal isn't big enough. Okay? So now we're going to go through this commercial one more time, okay? And look at it. And just from your perspective, some things that you can see for yourself and just about what we talked about and going from there, okay?
Hello, excuse me, I'd like an Egg McMuffin and
Hello?
I said an Egg McMuffin and a large cup of coffee.
Can you just say that one more time, please? Sir, did you say an egg McMuffin and a large coffee?
With cream and sugar, please. How much?
Absolutely love it. The other thing that gets me is that he had nerve to ask for cream and sugar. Like, I need the details of it all. It's not that we're sitting here running around trying to get you a meal, but now it's like, could you just put cream and sugar in it? Sure, why not? Would you like a Fruit Loop with that too? That's what I'm looking. So just a great commercial. It's one of my favorites. Service is the ultimate form of selling. That's pretty much the whole thing of this whole thing. Empathy, bringing consistency along with that, and it brings enrollment. So yes, thank you all. Thank you for sharing. And once again, Mr. Thomas will be back with us on Monday. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for sharing for those that participated in it. And we'll see you Monday.